Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Warren Y Canonigo, and this is Warren's Faves and Waves, episode 16. For this episode, I'm gonna show you my favorite career highlights. Yes, some of the most important victories and achievements of my teaching career in the Department of Education, Toledo City Division. Uh, there are so many things that I'm thankful for. Even the small things that would definitely teach me a lesson is very much appreciated and very much valued, and it's kept right here in my heart. But I'd like to mention, as for me, some of the biggest triumphs that I have done, of course, with the help of very significant and important people of my life. So, at the top of my head, the very first one is when I was invited to be one of the resource speakers for the in-service training of the English group. I was just new then. It was just the first year of my teaching. But then Dr. Maria Kenneth Ingasco, my area program supervisor for English at that time, really trusted me. I was really confident that I can do it. So I was so inspired to work hard and to be deserving of being considered as really an effective speaker. And I'm not sure if I am, but definitely it was an honor. It was a humbling experience. The second one is during the time when I had to represent back then Bunga National High School for the Teachers Got Talent Extemporaneous Speaking Contest year 2016. I had to compete with some of the brightest, some of the best speakers in the division, and I'm so honored. I'm so honored to win first place and to represent Tulare City Division in the regional competition. But during that time, I wasn't thinking about the first place distinction. What I was so happy about is for my name to be listed together with some of the people, some of the colleagues in the PED that I really looked up to. That was for me. That was for me the real honor. And then the next one, of course, was during the time when I finally, consequently, represented Toledo City Division in the 2016 Teachers Got Talent Extemporaneous Speaking Contest. I had to compete with the best speakers from the different divisions of Region 7. And I was one of the recipients of the 5 gold medals. I was given the distinction of fourth place, which was definitely an honor because among all the many speakers, they only recognized 5 speakers as the best speakers of that year. So I was actually relieved because I was actually praying before the announcement of the winners. I was praying that I don't need to have the first place distinction because I am aware that I had competed with the best of the best from the different divisions of Region 7. But I just badly need one of the medals. So it's okay for me to be fifth or fourth or third or second. I wasn't thinking of the first place. And I'm so happy because God answered my prayer. And I was announced as the fourth placer, and I was so happy. And of course, during that time, I'd like to thank Maria Kenneth Lingasco for the trust, the Assistant Division Superintendent of Toledo City Division, Sir Michelangelo Saro, and Ma'am Loida Aliago, SC Formape, who actually supported the activity. I was also very happy at that time because our superintendent back then, Dr. Joseph Irwin Lagura, really watched the show and was there during the announcement, and he even gave us a simple gift, as a token appreciation. what did I say? Us. Because with me was the Toledo City representative for the Teachers Got Talent 2016, Mr. Jar Largo. He's now in the US. Hi, Sir Jar. Thank you very much for everything. One of the reasons why I was also motivated was because while we were preparing ourselves before the performance, we were giving each other a pep talk, a motivational talk, and it was really, really very useful. So that's the third highlight of my career. The fourth highlight is when I had to represent Toledo National Vocational School, which is my alma mater, in Division Schools Press Conference of Toledo City Division feature writing contest in English school paper advisors category. Fortunately, I won first place in the feature writing, so I had again to represent the Toledo City Division in the regional competition. And with that, I'd like to thank our principal, Trinidad Edame Evangelista, for the support, and of course my mother and my writing mentor, Mrs. Roberta Trosho Paquet, who was also my partner in crime when it comes to press connectivities. Of course, consequently, I had to represent Toledo City Division in the regional competition for the same category. Although I did not win, but I am so honored to be given the trust and the confidence to do the job. And then the next career highlight just happened currently. In July 24, 2020, at 11:45 in the morning, I submitted my demonstration video, a 5-minute demonstration video to the central office in compliance with the audition or screening of teacher broadcasters for as a preparation for the 2020 Department of Education TV launching. And for that, I'd like to thank my new area program supervisor in English, Mrs. Jessel Ruiz, our curriculum implementation chief, Ma'am Kenneth Engasca, assistant superintendent, Dr. Michelangelo Saro. We also have our chair in the School Governance Operations Division, Dr. Jamagay Alves, and my colleague who is the photographer, the videographer, and the editor, Mr. James Kamangyan, and another colleague of mine, the very talented and skillful Mrs. Reza Del Hero for the graphics design. And of course, my family, my real friends, and the rest of my colleagues who had a chance to really inspired me and motivated me to do my best. And to close this episode, I'd like to show you the 5-minute demonstration video that we submitted. So in the meantime, we were just waiting for the results. So whoever would be chosen to finally be the DepEd TV, the official DepEd TV teacher broadcasters, I'm so happy for you. I'm sure you deserve the spot. As for me, I'm no longer expecting for that. I'm just happy that I'm able to represent the division. And if I'll not be chosen to be an official TV broadcaster, then that is definitely fine. It's already an honor to be representing the division. Okay, so here is the demo video, and I hope you will enjoy it. Bye. Hello to you, our dear 21st century learners. My name is Teacher Warren. I would like to ask you this million-dollar question. Are you ready for the class today? That's the spirit. Yes, yes, and just yes. Because you're tuning right here at DepEd TV for the OCC Show. With me, Teacher Warren. Once again, hello 21st century learners. and welcome to DepEd TV's The OCC Show with me, Teacher Warren. What is communication? I'm sure you're all excited to answer that question. I believe you're already whispering the answers to your siblings or to your parents. But before that, let me first ask a favor from you. Can you exemplify human communicative activities? I'm sure there are lots of ideas you have in mind. Let's say, can give me the first one. Okay, very good. Texting someone can be a human communicative activity. It could be posting something on Facebook, sending an application or cover letter, or even waving your hand to someone that you know as a form of a greeting. Thank you very much for those examples. Now let's validate. Are they really communication processes? Are they really examples of a complete communication process? That's our challenge for today. Let's understand then, and let's validate by getting to know the communication process as inspired by Shannon and Weaver model. It starts with the encoder or the encoding element. It's the source of the message. And then the next element, of course, is the message. And that message will be presented and will be carried out and will be given life by what we call as channels or the media of communication. Right, there are media. What are examples of media? We have words, printed materials, gadgets, writing tools, paper, or even facial expressions, gestures, and movements. And then when the message will reach the receiver or the audience, decoding happens. And when decoding is successful, right there, the decoder then is capable of giving feedback. Feedbacks come in a form of a suggestion, reaction, or reply to a question. And if those feedbacks are relevant and significant with respect to the message of the encoder, then we can say that communication is complete. So let's go back to the question. What is communication? And are your examples really valid examples of communication? Yes, but there is a missing part. When you text someone and you received an expected message, then communication is complete. When you receive a reply letter from your prospective employer and the letter contains the schedule of your interview, then communication is complete. When the person you're waving at would smile at you, recognizing the greeting, then that's complete. Okay, so very good. On the other hand, there are times when the communication process gets broken. You know, when the decoding is not done properly, or when the audience is confused, or when the feedbacks given are not understood by the sender or the encoder. What do you think are the elements that would make that possible? Do you have something in mind? Okay, very good. Those are what we call interferences. Examples of interferences are noise, first language interference, health issues, and even technical issues. But don't worry, in our next class episode, we will discuss in details what interferences are. So thank you very much for joining me in the class today. And let me leave you with this thought. Always remember the communication process is two-way. Its goal and its essence is to understand and to be understood. And it reflects one of life's credos or principles. We have to give and take. So thank you very much for joining me today, and see you in the next episode of the OCC Show with me, Teacher Warren. Bye!